Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? It is day 2 of the 1991 challenge. It's been all right. I really struggled today not to sort of do any work on Bird Whistle House because literally this 90 minutes is all I want to do any of the work for. That is the point of the streams. I had a lot of fun thinking about what it is I wanted to do or different ways to do things or trying to figure out certain plot elements that I need to make a little bit better. But for the most part, we're all right, and I'm excited to sit down and get some work done. Are we ready for the productivity? Twin Tails, hello, how are you? Don't worry about missing yesterday's stream. You're here now. Hello. Let me know what you guys are going to be working on. I am going to be splitting this stream into 2 sprints today, 2 45-minute sprints. We'll time 7 minutes in between the 2 sprints for a catch-up chat, etc., before going into the next one. Revised writer, hello Day, how are you? Oh, just procrastinating Day. I got you. So yeah, we're going to have some fun. I am going to spend the first 45 minutes finishing the outlines for everything that I haven't finished the outlines for. So I don't know whether you can see the screen at the bottom there, but anything that's got a little star next to it is things I need to sort of outline-ish and sort that out with. And then I think what I'll do is I will finish off the chapter that I was working on yesterday and just get those final little details in. Hopefully that will be the first 45 minutes. And then the second 45-minute sprint, we're going to do something chaotic. Because I made the mistake of asking Instagram, should I do structured and write in chronological order, or should I do chaos and pick my chapters out of a box? And you guess which one Instagram picked. The resounding 90% of the votes was the chaos. So all of my chapters, I have 61 chapters planned in this novel, and that's not it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 interludes that I need to write. So technically I have 68 chapters. I don't know why I did that to myself. I really don't. And there's also some little notes that have random prompt written on them because I had some leftover pieces of paper. So when we pick one of those, I'm just going to ask for a prompt from you guys, and then I will just write that prompt, and it will either fit well and go into the story like one of these interludes did, or it's just me writing and getting to know my characters and their quirks and their personalities and their voice a little bit better, but it will go towards me doing what it is I need to do. Revised writer's working on Cap Nano. Oh, it's Cap Nano, isn't it? I completely forgot it was Cap Nano as well. Oh gosh, outlining. Ooh. Fun. Cat Paws, hello, how are you? In the middle of working, so I'll just keep going, but I'm here. Yes, keep working. I am a podcast for you. Don't worry, I do the same thing. Twin Tales is working on book 3 in my sci fantasy series. Lots of fun. Boys out with dad, so I hope I can concentrate. Yes. Here's hoping all the concentration is there. Joanna, hi, hello, how are you? 1,300 words left to write today. Let's see how much you can get written in the next 90 minutes. We're rooting for you. We're just going to get straight into it so we can get some work done. And I think I've got children's bedtime to sort out in a minute as well. I do. So, note to self, Sarah, you need to keep this up on top for people to see the timer. So we're going to we'll start with the outline. So if everybody is ready, we shall start our first 45-minute sprint. Sprint 1 of 2 in 3, 2, 1, begin. I didn't go to 45 minutes. Oh, I hate this timer sometimes. I'll manually change it then. 3, 2, 1, begin. Okay, and that is the end of the first sprint. How did everybody do? We had some new people join us. I need to keep moving my timer. It's really, really annoying me now. Clara's here. Hello. Jane's here. Hello. Kat is here. Hello. Don't worry about being late. There is no such thing as late. Do not worry. Dealing with a headache. Headaches are the worst. I'm glad the nap helped. And let me know what you got to eat. I also need to get something to eat. To be fair, I might do that during the next sprint. Laura's here. Hello. Burnt out babysitting the nieces and nephews. Are 100% understand how that feels. I know from the bottom of my heart. Should be writing right now, but might just nap. Listen to your body. Nap. Make yourself feel better. Is all you need to do. Hello, just joined, not sure how long I'll be here though, since the kids are home from school now, working on chapter 51 revisions. That sounds fantastic. Hopefully you managed to get a little bit of work done. Joanna's about halfway through words and did some laundry. Day got 922. Cat bought 25 pages in 2 hours. That's really good, well done. 25 pages in 2 hours. That's fantastic. 760 words and had the 5-story arc scenes defined. Yes, fantastic. I'm glad we are being productive. I wasn't as productive as I hoped I would be. What did I just do? I don't know what I just did. Yeah, there we go.
Chris, you know what I'll tell you?
I don't know what I'm doing. I got most of the chapters that I haven't gotten outlined. I need to remember where my camera is. Most of them have been done. I've gotten a very good chunk of Act 2 done, so I think it's just those three-ish chapters now I need to finish outlining. 1.5 of them are mostly done, so not too bad. I discovered a slight plot hole. It's not a plot hole. I discovered a slight timeline mess up between the end of Act 2 going into Act 3. The way I've laid it out, it doesn't quite work. Because I've got event 1 and then the aftermath of event 1 at the end of Act 2. And then another event 2, at the beginning of Act 3. These are supposed to take place a few hours minimum, at least, apart from each other. But the way I had it outlined was it literally just immediately happens, and it can't happen like that because of what happens in event 1. So, and I think what I've done worked. I just had to rejiggle about how some stuff worked, and I just moved a couple of chapters around. So I think the way that I've now done it fits timeline wise. We'll see when I write it if it works well enough, of course. So all we can do is see if it works. I was quite distracted by work and moving with food. Somehow still managed 565 words. Fantastic, yes. I'd love to see the progress. I did not get to do any of my interlude that I was doing yesterday, which I'm not too bothered about because there is only the tiniest little bit left of it I have to do. So I can do that tomorrow if I need to. I am just still going to move on and get a new chapter started with this next sprint that is still on the cards. I'm excited to find out which one it is, to be fair. Twin Tales, 1 chapter done. Yes, fantastic. And the next chapter's just started. I don't like shifting to another character's POV, though. I might just skip ahead 3 chapters and work on the continuation chapter. That's the difficult thing, though. When you've got multi-POV, like, it's hard enough writing a story in one character's voice. When you've got multi-POV, you have to write in multiple different voices, and you need to make sure that they're sort of all distinct from each other. And going from one voice straight to another voice can be, when you're writing it at least, can be quite jarring and very awkward and weird to do. I find that sometimes I'm writing in the wrong voice, which is annoying. Hopefully we'll all get used to it. What program am I using? It's not familiar. I am using Butterdocs. So what can I explain in 1 minute? Butterdocs is in beta at the moment. As far as I'm aware, it's just basically writing software. I'll go through it in a bit more detail after this next sprint because I would get cut off. But yeah, it's like a Scrivener sort of thing. I think the developers took everything that they would want out of I can't think of words. They took everything that they would like from a writing program and stuffed it into Butterdocs. Basically, there are a lot of features for a lot of different things. But no, I will go through it more properly when I have more than 45 seconds to do so. But I am enjoying it so far with how everything is laid out. I got it free for a year because I'm sort of like not helping to beta test it, but signing up to use it and things like that. So yeah, it's doing all right. Let me pick my chapter in this last 23 seconds that I've got. And I'm going to be writing, oh God. Oh. Can we see? No, yes. Chapter 1. I picked chapter 1. That's ridiculous. I've got 68 things in there and I picked chapter 1 out of all of the chapters to write first. Okay. Well, that's 45 minutes sprint has started. I can't believe I picked chapter 1. It's ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna go 3, 2, 1. Bring it.
Okay, I don't always sound like that, but okay.
Because I completely did not know what the time was, and that was the end of the sprint. Hi. I got so completely absorbed in what I was doing. That ding shocked me, scared me, whatever. How did everybody get done on that second sprint? I was trying to keep such a careful go on the time as well. Where are we, Clara? Having trouble shifting between voices that now I write them separate. If I have 3 POVs, I have 3 manuscripts. That's actually a really clever idea. How do you manage writing those all separately, though? Are your outlines very, very detailed, so you know what to include in what manuscript, so to speak? I do like that. That's a really interesting idea. Regina's here. Hello, Regina. How are you? And so is JC. Hello. There is no such thing as late here. I'm just glad you could make it. Yeah, I can't. Out of 68 pieces of paper in that box, I cannot believe I picked number 1 first. That's absolutely ridiculous. And it's really annoying because I don't quite know what I'm doing with chapter 1 either. Like I've really, really very basically planned it, like do this, write this, have this, and I managed to get a few bits done at least. Some of it I had already sort of previously written in my first attempt at starting to write this novel or write some scenes for this novel over on Scrivener. So I copied over a few bits and then got rid of something I didn't need. But I wrote that much, 438 words I managed to write in the end. I'm not going to focus on how long my chapters are meant to be. I'm just going to write what I need to write, and then however long that chapter is, that is how long that chapter is. Because I have 68 of them to write, and some of them are going to be quite long. Some of them are inevitably going to be quite short. Regina's hanging out listening to her dogs bark at the gardener.
Oliver.
Yes. Yes.
11, what's the time? Oh, it's
I
10,
don't
it's
know.
11.
I do not know. Joanna, I've only nearly finished my words. You get them done in another 10 minutes. 11-ish for the stream. 11-ish? That's not correct. That's the time. 1100-ish for the stream. That's fantastic. Well done. Another 10 minutes though and you're done, so that's really, really good. Cat, 294 words in chapter 3 and 43 words in my notes. Well done. Couples with some suggestions. Can you perhaps borrow the voices from people you know in real life so you know how persons A, B, C speak and keep that in mind when writing? That's very, very good. I like that. No very detailed outline. It's a high level 1 bullet point. High level 1 bullet per scene that I update, change, throw out often. But always keep it up to date to not get confused. Okay. Revised writer, mostly tweaking the 5 story arc scenes. Why can't I read today? To create more tension and conflict that bound. Yep, always with the tension and conflict. That's one thing I always have trouble with, is making sure there's enough tension and conflict within the plot and between the characters as well to keep everything interesting. So difficult to do though. Catpaw with social booking and looking for an AC unit on Marketplace. Before I melt, it's 35 degrees. It's early in the season. 35 degrees. Oh, that's horrible that early. Works for the humans, but not the aliens. I don't know. You could probably do some alien sounding people. Who knows? JC, all I did was get here, put up the stuff I got from the store. Hopefully I can write something for the next sprint. There is no next sprint, JC. I'm sorry. That was it. That was the 2 45-minute sprints. My day's been going okay. I was at work. Work was stupid. I'm here now. This is not stupid. The revised writer makes sure the spine of the outline sets up or foreshadows trouble for the protagonist. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Somewhere up here, and I said I'd do this after the stream, after the sprint. Jane, I am using Butterdocs. Because I didn't change the banner. That's it. That's all. That's why. Because I'm stupid and forgot to do. I'm sorry to confuse you. I just forgot to change the banner. It was the 2nd minute sprint that you popped into. I'm so sorry. It's just me being stupid. Don't worry. So this is Butterdocs. It is in a beta at the moment. From what I understand, it is actually going to be quite expensive. So will I use this after my free trial runs out in October? Probably not. It depends on how this goes. So I'm specifically using this specifically to write Bird Whistle House, specifically so I can get a feel for using it, to decide if it is going to be helpful to me at all. So how do I spell that? I'll type it. I'm using there we go. That is on screen. Butterdocs is what I'm using. So this is Butterdocs. I have a complimentary subscription until the 30th of October. So I have to finish writing Bird Whistle House by the 30th of October and export it if I am not going to continue. I think it's subscription based. It's like $100 a year. And that's the discounted rate. So it is quite expensive. I'm not going to lie. So when you come into it, I'll very quickly give an overview of what I remember everything does. Okay. So you come into it, you can have your main draft here, your contents or your documents go on this front page here, and you can see all of your all of my at least different chapters and stuff that are all there. It doesn't write it in separate places like in Scrivener. It does just separate them by heading as opposed to. You can head over to blocks and you can create new blocks, new columns. So I've got Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 here, and all of these different ones are obviously all of the different chapters. If I want to, I can just move these around absolutely wherever it is I want to move them around to. You can color code if you'd like as well. There's a lot of revision and collaboration details on here as well, which I've never done, to be fair, but you can like create copies of your main draft for specific people to look at, to read, to comment, and all of the changes that you do in other copies can be merged into the original copy without you having to physically type it over yourself. You can have a notes section here. It is very pricey. I didn't realize it was going to be that pricey when I first downloaded it, but if it was $360 just to buy it, like maybe, but yearly, yeah. You can have all of your notes on characters, scenes, magic systems, as I've got here as well. You can backlink everything. So Astoria, for example, here, she has a backlink to certain other notes and plot points. I need to get rid of that. It is, I don't want to say it's intuitive. What did I just do? I want to remove that. I wouldn't say it's intuitive. It is very much like Scrivener. It has got a lot of components in it, and a lot of different things to help you do the things that you need to do. It is very handy for organization. I'm finding it very handy for outlining and for making sure all of my notes and plot all sort of fit together nicely and stay in the same place. Go, it's fine. So I'm enjoying it so far. Obviously, there are a lot of updates continuously happening with it because it is still technically in beta and they're still working on making everything work the way that they want to make it work. But the one thing I do is I'll do it, it's fine. The one thing I can't do, obviously, at the moment is justify the price of it, which is, although that might just be pro, actually, and I'm just using the normal version, and the normal version is cheaper. Like, I don't actually quite know, but that is what I'm using at the moment. From the beginning. Yes, book 3 from the beginning. Sorry, I'm playing an audiobook for my son. So yeah, that is what I'm currently using. And it's got dark mode as well, so that is also very handy. So it's a better version of Obsidian, but costs with Obsidian you can't have it sync. I lost that. You know what, Kat? I don't actually know what Obsidian is. I will have to look into that actually. Let me look into that now. And I say look into that now. And I mean, let me type Obsidian into
In order
this.
to get out there, we need live spot canisters.
And look at it.
Live spot facility. To make secure canisters. Yeah,
I'll look into Obsidian. It might be similar to Obsidian. If it does look interesting to you, I would at least look into everything that it can do, because it can do a lot more than I have very roughly talked about. Outlining, productive, it's got like timers and stuff like that attached to it as well, I think. You can access it through the app or through desktop. I clicked a button and I shouldn't have clicked a button. But yeah, it's supposed to be one of those tools, I guess, where everything that you would ever need to write a book, from start to finish, including your revisions, can all just be done in this one place, and it organizes everything for you. So it is browser based and it is app based. So I have the app on my PC. I don't have it on my iPad actually. I don't have the app on my iPad, but I do have the browser version saved onto my iPad. So you can do either or. So you can access all your work from wherever, because you can access it through either one that you want to, which I find also quite handy. But yeah, if I knew like more information about cost and everything, I'd share that with you as well. But literally, I just heard about it and decided to download it and give it a try because it was free at the time. We'll see how long that lasts. But if you look into other stuff, if that's what you guys would like me to do, so I can give you some more information, especially price wise. But yeah, that's what I'm using. I'm having fun with it at the moment. Probably won't replace Scrivener. Not that I use Scrivener to its full ability either. But yeah, there we go. Right, I'm talking too much now. It is 10 past 11. I still haven't eaten. And I have work in the morning. So we're going to end the stream there. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on day 2 of the 1991 challenge. I will be here tomorrow, same place, same time. I want to say it was 4:15 EST. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, tomorrow, same time, 4:15 PM EST. I don't know any of the other time zones. I do apologize. I want to say, and please someone tell me if I'm wrong, in the description box for this video, there is a link to the live stream playlist, which has, I think, at least the first 7 days worth of live streams in it, for easy access if anybody wants it. Most of the time it will be around this time. A few days of the week it might be a little bit, I need to shut off my focus to do timer. Sometimes it might be a little bit earlier, depending on what I have going on that day, what I'm doing, school, not my school, kids' school, days off work, stuff like that. So I think Thursday and Friday this week, I'm live streaming 12 p.m. GMT, which I think is like 7 in the morning, Thursday, Friday, I do believe. But most of the time it will be around 9:15, and I'm still talking, so I should now stop. 1:15 PST. Thank you so much to the Rise Writer. I will have to remember all of these. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun. I hope you got some productive stuff done. What?
So.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.